Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Vesta 67's workshop. Welcome to issue 99 of Build Your Own Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from the year 1967 by our good old mates at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build this 1/6 scale car with me, hop over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can have this on your bench and be building this. It is massive, 79 centimetres long, folks. Let's have a quick scoop through this week's magazine. You got the Shelby story there, the Ford Mustang GTR concept. Love the colour. Absolutely beautiful colour, that. Look at that. I like it. Elements such as the central air extractor and the eye-mounted non-adjustable spoiler revealed the GTR concept as having serious competition aspirations. And this is the Kamer V8 engine developing 440 bhp at 7,000 RPM. There you go. A fair old bit of engineness, isn't it? What are we up to today? We're doing the engine compartment right bulkhead. So we got the inner wing there, or fender, a shock absorber springs, battery compartment, brake pipes, etc. Nice, simple, easy to follow instructions there, telling you what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be at the end of this issue. Going to need your radiator as well and your chassis from previous issues, folks. You then got All American, which is truck shows, festivals of power. Do like a big truck in America, don't they? And look at the beautiful paint jobs they do, and they spend fortunes on these. Especially the owner drivers, it becomes their home on wheels almost, and yeah, it's such a huge investment. But they're beautiful, the custom truck scene. United States Formula One drivers there, Phil Hill, Dan Gurney, Peter Reeveson there, best overall placing was 5th in 1972, and Eddie Cheever, that's a blast from the past as well. So that's the US Formula One drivers and the magazine done. So we'll put this to one side, folks, and when we come back, we'll get ready to do a bit of assembly for you. All right, first things first, let's bung a bit of oil on this. Let that work its way down the thread, and then we'll bring in this inner bulkhead panel, okay? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this shock absorber body on. And if you notice, you've got two little woodruff keys there poking out, 12 and 6 o'clock. And what you're looking for is inside here, you've got this protrusion that's got the same cutouts. So that's where it's going to go in there. And then we're going to secure that from the opposite side using the PS05 screw, okay? So I'm going to spin it that way around. Hold it in with my finger. And then we're going right down in there, okay? And then drop that in and fully tighten that. Bear in mind you're going into plastics. Don't go overboard, but you want it basically to look like so. Okay, so that's that done. We've then got 99B, which is our battery compartment. Now this looks like it takes 1, 2, 3 batteries of the AA or AAA size, AAAs even. So that's what that's going to take, and we're going to be assembling that. And we're going to be feeding that cable through here. So let's drop that through. Snake that through like so, and then this literally is just going to donk itself in there out the way like that. Okay, is what it's telling me, like that. And that's pretty much how that's going to live. And then there's going to be a cover that sits over atop that. Okay, so we want that, and then we're going to want our radiator assembly, so I'll bring that in and we'll add that to it. Right, so we want our radiator assembly from the previous issue. And we want to go that way round, okay? Because we're putting screws in there. I'll put a bit of oil on the first one just to preempt that. Bink. Let that run down the thread. Spin this up this way, and then we're coming in from behind like so, onto them two mounting points like that, okay? And then whilst holding that in place, I'm deftly going to feed a screw right down in there, like that. Again, don't over tighten, because you're going into plastic and you will strip the thread. Drop a bit of oil on, bink. Just like so. Let that do its thing, and then we'll mount that one in place as well, like so. Put your finger underneath there, like so. That's now in situ, and then for the moment I'm just going to loop this cable around the fitting like so, just to stop it flapping around and getting damaged in any way, like so. Okay, so that's what we've got there. We've then got our tube that we're going to mount to our brake caliper. So let's bring in a little bit of Tamiya extra thin to be on the safe side, because I want to glue that to the caliper. Let's bring in the chassis, and I've lightened this up by taking off some of the front section. So we have got a brake pipe to fit, and it is going right down there on that caliper is where we're going. Fitted this pipe on the brake. Let's bring that up like so. And then we've got that and the shock absorber to go in. Which is going in there. There's the brake pipe fitted right down in there on the front of the caliper. And then we've got this going on, and we're going to be popping in the pin, which is just here, so that's going in the top. And then we're going to come in, pinch the pin in place with the pliers, and then drop the spring on, folks, okay? So that's what we got to do. There's the pin going in at the front there. Okay, so we'll do that now. Send that into situ. First of all, feed the pin through, Cole, like so. Send that in, give it a jiggle. Try and get the pin to locate, like that. And then that's going to go in and pinch on the other side. That's the theory. Like that. That's now locked that in situ, so that ain't coming out. And then what we're going to end up doing is we got this spring that's going to go up under there, and then when we put the inner arch liner in, it's going to engage. But I'm not going to fit this until I'm ready to put that on, because I know this is going to fall off if that's the case. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. And that should now be this issue complete, folks, okay? So, don't forget, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build one of these along with me, pop over to the DeAgostini website. There's a link in the description below. And you too can be building this 1/6 scale Mustang. In the meantime, to help me out, you can give little Fester a click in the corner and subscribe to my channel. I'll be immensely grateful. In the meantime, ring the bell whilst you're there to select all. You'll get notified of future and upcoming video content. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.